Okay, I guess I'm here. I'm gonna be making a game using ChatGPT, an RPG maker. I don't know if this is working out, but I'm doing it. So hold on. All right, I'm back. I'm doing a thing with which I'm doing. Um, so yeah. So I want to make a video game and I want to use AI. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. In particular, I'm gonna use ChatGPT. I know there's some new AI out there or whatever. I don't really know. Uh, but I'm also gonna be working with RPG and Z, which is also pretty cool in and of itself. So I'll be working with that, uh, as well as working with AP. ChatGPT. So if you're familiar with ChatGPT and AI, I think it's just a glorified, how do I put it? It's a glorified search engine. It's just Google on steroids, right? It's just going to give you information. After you ask it some questions, you can even just tell it things and it'll give you information. So let's just have a conversation with it because that's what this is about. I'm going to have a conversation and it's like I'm throwing ideas off of this AI to make a video game. It's not going to be like a hard game or anything. I'm going to be using RPG Maker. But let's go ahead and get started. So I'm here with ChatGPT, and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, ChatGPT, I want to make a video game." Let's just see what it says. You've got a few game projects in mind already. Oh, I do. Look at this. It like even knows. I was talking about Zapper Zach. I was talking about the RPG for the Bible. Are you talking about one of these, or do you have a new idea in mind? So I'm kind of embarrassed already off the bat, be like, hey, I like studied for this project or whatever, because I guess I studied for this project. Let me move this around. Hold on. Yeah, like, can you believe that, guys? I studied for the project. I did backup. I should have started with a different account. Let's see, maybe that looks better. But whatever. I don't really care. No, I'm starting all over. I'm in the middle of a YouTube live broadcast. You kind of embarrassed me by showing me my other projects. So I'm just gonna point that out and see what happens. I don't even care. Got it. What's the concept of for your new game? So he's just like forgetting and all that. He doesn't even care. Great. I don't really have a concept. I'm just having a conversation with AI to talk about making a new game. Do you have any concepts in mind? See what happens. Oh yeah, look at him. He's got some concepts in mind, doesn't he? So let's check this out. Hold on. Let me see this. So yeah, here are a few ideas you might like depending on what kind of game you're interested in making. So you got a few ideas. Divine Trials, which is the name of one game. How about Prophet's Journey for another game? Kingdom Builder, Spiritual Warfare, End Times Survival. I feel like maybe this has a little bit too much in mind in my old games. Like I put in two game ideas. I'm not gonna lie. Zapper Zack, which is, for electricity, and then a Bible RPG, which, I read the Bible. I was just, looking for a free idea, and that was a free idea, but it's going on pretty heavy in the Bible, in my opinion. So let's just go with it. I don't even care. Let's just go with it. You embarrassed me, but he doesn't care. So, Divine Trials. You play as a warrior chosen by God to defeat fallen angels and demonic forces across different biblical eras. Gameplay could invoke hack and slash combat, puzzle solving, and divine miracles as powers. Sure. Prophet's Journey. A story driven game where you play as a prophet in ancient times, facing moral dilemmas, delivering God's message, and surviving persecution. Kingdom Builder, which is a strategy sim game, a game where you manage a kingdom following biblical principles. You make decisions on laws, resources, and diplomacy while dealing with challenges. Challenges like famines, false prophets, and invading armies. Okay, cool. Spiritual warfare, top-down shooter, or RPG, a game where you battle through symbolic representations of sin and temptation using spiritual armor and faith-based abilities. Could be retro style with intense action. Intense action. End time survival, a survival horror, a dark atmospheric game set during the events of Revelation. You must evade the forces of the Antichrist, help underground believers, and rely on prayer and discernment to survive. Do any of these sound interesting, or do you want to go in a totally different direction? I won't lie, I kind of want to go in a totally different direction. You've embarrassed me. Can you believe it, ChatGPT? You've embarrassed me. So no, no, none of those sound interesting. Please, I'm gonna go with please because you don't want to, you know, make the AI mad. So you gotta be like courteous, right? Please go in a totally different direction. I mean, I get what you're doing, but I'm making a I'm making a YouTube video. So, uh, so what? So it kind of has to have a broader audience, right? I mean, that's what I'm doing. So I'm having an AI. I'm just gonna tell it like it is AI. Uh, he's got some goals in mind. Gotcha. Great. I'm glad you got me. So look, he says, gotcha. Here are some broader game ideas that could appeal to a wide audience. Let's talk about a time jumper, a shadow circuit, echoes of the abyss, junkyard, skybound saga. This is a fantasy open world. That's the one that jumped out to me right here. Mostly because I'm making an RPG game and I'm using RPG Maker. So let's see. Time Jumper is a puzzle platformer, and I'm not really making a platform. It's a game where you control a character who can jump between different time periods, solving puzzles. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Or Shadow Circuit, which is a cyberpunk action, a futuristic game where you play as a rogue hacker trying to take down a corrupt mega corporation using stealth, hacking, and high speed parkour. Sure, buddy. Why not? Then we got Echoes of the Abyss, which is a mystery adventure. You wake up in a strange town where no one remembers who they are. You solve mysteries, uncover secrets, and decide who to trust in a psychological thriller. I mean, that's kind of cool. Junkyard Royale, you're in vehicular combat. Think Twisted Metal meets Mad Max, players customized scrap built cars. Apocalyptic Wasteland. That sounds also pretty cool, but I am not here with RPG Maker. So, Skybound Saga, a fantasy open world, a world where islands float in the sky and players exploring customizable airships, engaging in sky battles, trading, and uncovering ancient ruins. Honestly, this sounds like the most realistic one to me so far. But we're talking AI, right? Glorified search engine. So I'm not even like scratching the surface here. I'm just talking about what I want to do. So, you know what, AI, you're gonna have to go through some more work because I need more talking. I kind of like this Skybound saga, so I'm gonna tell him I kind of like this Skybound. I kind of like this Skybound saga story you've mentioned. Let's say you've mentioned. However, I'm making a specific kind of game. To be sure, I'm using RPG Maker MZ. So, I guess I'm making an RPG. I'm focused on RPG. Let's just go ahead and say that. What kind of, let's see, what kind of storylines do you have that are like Skybound Saga that go well with an RPG? Okay, I'm still going on with this conversation. Let's see what he says. So he's like printing out some stuff. So let's take a look. Okay. No, might have been taking a sip here, but okay. So he says since you're working with RPG Maker and Z, here are some RPG friendly storylines inspired by Skybound Saga. Okay, great. So let's see what he's saying. He's talking about the Etherfall Chronicles, Zephyr's Legacy, Stormborn Rebellion, Skyloft Odyssey, Celestian Rift. So you can see it's already kind of coming up with cool names, buzzwords, just random stuff. But yeah, I mean, I can see this. I'm talking about a Skybound Saga game that it came up with, which is talking about, I don't know, sky stuff, I guess. And let's see, it's got a few different names. Etherfall Chronicles, Zephyr's Legacy, Stormborn Rebellion, Skylost, Celestian. So kind of some aerial names. I'm not entirely convinced I want aerial or like things in with the sky, but it did kind of pick up on that. I feel like so that's the main Skybound. I said Skybound Saga. I let's see what I liked about it. I liked about it a world where islands float in the sky. Players explore using customizable airships, engaging in sky battles. I guess I wasn't really thinking too much about the sky. I was just liking this the most. I didn't like the parkour maybe. I didn't really like this fixed paradoxes. I didn't really like this apocalyptic wasteland. But I like sky battles. And now that it's talking about sky battles, I'm not entirely sure I like sky battles. So let's take a look about this. Let's see. Etherfall Chronicles. The world is made up of floating islands after a great cataclysm. Shattered the land. You play as the sky ship captain, trying to reunite as the lost kingdoms, battling sky pirates, exploring ruins, and uncovering the truth behind the disaster. Okay, that's not to say that I don't think, from my experience using RPG Maker, then this would be very difficult. That's kind of cool. I think you could do that. I think RPG Maker would be pretty easy to do this, to make sky pirates, to make ruins that you explore, uncovering the truth behind a disaster. Like, I think that's all it's pretty simple, even just using the basic RPG Maker stuff that I am familiar with. But either way, I kind of like it, but we're still just starting. I mean, how long does it take to devise or to come up with a new video game, right? I mean, I've only been doing this for a few minutes. Let's keep going. I'm not committed to anything yet. Okay, so now let's talk about, let's see, after Aetherfall Chronicles, we've got Zephyr's Legacy, and it goes long ago, all right, long ago an ancient civilization created airships powered by lost magic. Okay, now the floating kingdoms are at war over these relics. You're a young pilot who stumbles upon an artifact that could restore balance or destroy everything. So you play as a skyship captain, you're a young pilot, Stormborn Rebellion, the floating ceilings are ruled by a corrupt empire that controls the skies with powerful storm generators. You lead a rebellion. So that's kind of cool. You lead a rebellion using strategy and alliances to free the islands one by one. Hey, I kind of like that one out of these first three. This one's kind of cool. Sky Lost Odyssey. A prophecy speaks of a chosen one who can descend into the mythical lost surface world. You and your crew set off to find this forgotten land, but the sky is filled with dangers, monsters, rival explorers, and ancient scar guardians. Celestial Rift. A massive tear in the sky has appeared, pulling entire islands into its void. As a member of an island skyfaring guild, you must venture into the unknown, battle creatures from beyond reality, and discovering what lies on the other side. I'm not gonna lie, these actually ended up being pretty cool. So for just random generic storylines inspired by a Sky Mountain saga, I honestly liked every single story. I mean, they're all kind of out of my range, maybe. I think I got a different intention in mind, but all of these, I mean, I think I could fit every one of them with my intentions. I mean, just to name Etherfell Chronicles, Zephyr's Legacy, Stormborn Rebellion, Odyssey, Celestian Rift. All of those I think are like great names for a video game. Like all of them. I don't think any of those aren't a good name. Those are all I'm like astonished. Like, wow, ChatGPT. That's what you came up with? I think that's better than if I came up with a group of five people and just said like, "Hey, five people, I had these same exact questions. Like, think about it. Let's go up." I asked it, "Hey, ChatGPT, I want to make a video game. Hey, you five people, I want to make a video game." All right, all right. You got people saying like, "Well, what about Zach or Zach? What about the RPG?" I'm like, "No, no, no. I want to start all over." And they're like, "All right, well, what do you got in mind?" And I'm like, "I don't know. Something else, right? What do you got? What do you guys got?" And they're like, this. That's five people with five different ideas. That's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, 100%. I'm not gonna lie. In my personal experience, you ask five people how to accomplish a job. There's gonna only really be like one or two, maybe three answers. There's gonna be a couple people that are just like not answering questions. And I don't say that like lightly. Like I just know that for a fact, I feel like. So having five people is equivalent to having five separate answers, in my opinion. And that's what he did. He came up with five different, and I was like, hey, I like one in particular, right? No, I said, no, I don't like any of those actually. Came up with five different ones. And then I was like, I like one of those. And then it was like, okay, great. I got five ideas about that one idea. So that's pretty cool. I'm not even gonna lie, I find that impressive. In my opinion, that's like having 25 people. I'm not even gonna lie. Because you got two questions here that it solved. It solved one out of five right here, and it gave me five different ideas. And then out of those five ideas, it was able to, well, it actually gave me five different ideas. And out of those five ideas, it was able to give me five more ideas. So that's like having five times five, which is 25 in and of itself. So I bet you I could ask it something like, "Hey, I didn't like the Skybound. In fact, let's ask that. I didn't like that. I like the. Let's go with number two. Uh, what's a good one? Time Jumper or Shadow Circuit? Echoes Abyss. I said Skybound Saga. Let's go with some sort of Shadow Circuit. I don't know what that even means. Let's see what that one means. So, I have a different direction in mind. How about? providing some ideas for Shadow Circuit instead. Okay. So let's see what it's got. It's got like five more, right? It's got, okay, here's some RPG friendly storylines inspired by Shadow Circuit. All right, sure. So he's saying Neon Eclipse, Blackout Protocol, Ghost Code, Circuit Breaker, Digital Shroud. Let's see if any of these sound all right. So he's saying Neon Eclipse. In a dystopian cyberpunk city, a rogue AI has gone rogue, erasing people's memories and rewriting history. You play as a hacker trying to uncover the truth before your own identity is erased. Okay, sure, that sounds kind of cool, but let's keep going. Because what am I looking for? Let's see. Skybound. Shadow Circuit instead. Sure, so we got these words Skybound. Let's take a look at these Shadow Circuit. Blackout Protocol. That's kind of cool. I like the name already. The world's largest city is suddenly hit by made by total digital blackout, and a secretive function is using the chaos to seize power. As an underground resistance member, you must navigate a world where technology can't be trusted. Okay. Ghost code. You wake up with no memory, but possess the ability to manipulate cyberspace like no one else. Hunted by corporations and cyber criminals alike, you must uncover who or what you really are. Sure. Circuit breaker. The mega corporations control society through implanted neural chips, but a strange virus is making people wake up from their control. As a mercenary caught in the middle, you must choose between fighting for freedom or profiting from the chaos. Cool. It could be very real, people. Digital Shroud, a new VR game, has taken over society. But those who play for too long disappear in real life as a cyber detective. You must dive into the virtual world to uncover its secrets before reality collapses. Do any of these sound like the right fit for the game, or do you want a different spin? Okay, buddy. This is like a lot of choices here, but I like it. All right, so now we got a big old group of like 25 people. We're talking about like what kind of game do we like? What if we like the Skybound game? We got all these games. And they're like, nah, no, no. What about we like the Shadow game? You know, like shadows up here. Let's take a look. We got uh I don't even know how we came up with Shadow. How did we come up with Shadow? I don't even know. We just kind of talked about these. And from these, we're like, hey, it's got to have a broader audience, right? So here's some time jumpers. Okay, so we're like talking about, nah, here's some wider audience. Skybound, then we got Shadow Circuit. That's what we're working on. A futuristic game where you play as a rogue hacker, trying to take down a corrupt mega corporation using stealth hacking and speed parkour. I guess now we gotta ask, is this better than having a Skybound saga? So we're at that location. Here's some Skybound sagas. Here's some Shadow Circuits. Alright, so Neon Eclipse. You're erasing people's memories, rewriting history. Blackout Protocol. I kind of like Blackout Protocol as a cool name. Out of all of these, I kind of like Blackout Protocol. That's a cool name. Ghost Code, Circuit Breaker. Okay, I like Blackout Protocol just on words. So we're like looking at how. What are we looking at? We're looking at Skybound Saga. We're looking at Blackout Protocol. The world's largest. Let's see what Blackout Protocol is about. I just like it based off of its name, and of course, this none of this matters. I'm just like talking with AI to come up with a good anything. So right now, let's take a look. Blackout Protocol. He's saying the world's largest city is suddenly hit by a total digital blackout, and a secretive faction is using the chaos to seize power. As an underground resistance member, you must navigate a world where technology can't be trusted. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty cool. We take that into consideration with Stormborn Rebellion. Is that what we're talking about? Stormborn Rebellion, along with a Blackout Protocol. That's kind of cool. We're talking about let's see. The floating cities are ruled by a corrupt empire that controls the skies with powerful storm generators. So we're making storm generations. And I'm leading a rebellion. And I'm using this to free the islands one by one. But you got a blackout protocol where the biggest city is hit by this digital blackout. And there's a secret faction using the chaos to seize power. And as an underground resistance member, they're navigating that world where technology can't be trusted. So on the one hand, I'm rebelling, making new technology, but I also can't trust this new technology. Okay, great. I mean, I think that's pretty cool. Uh, I mean, like, yeah, this is coming up with this pretty cool right now. Hold on, let me take a look, see what else I can see. Okay, so like this is great. I have an idea in which you got, let's see, okay, in which you got a skybound, what's it called? Uh, uh, the Skybound Saga. A Skybound Saga of a Stormborn rebellion caught in caught in a blackout protocol. In this scenario, I must save the people and get them to remember that they are the good guys. The end. Okay, great. So, like, this is great. I have an idea in which you've got a skybound saga of a stormborn rebellion caught in a blackout protocol. In this scenario, I must save the people and get them to remember that they the good guys at the end. I think that's pretty good. That's gonna like match this all up. Like at the end of the day, you can't have the AI just going around and around in circles. You kind of got to be the one to make decisions. There's decisions here that are made that can be made, and I've made them, right? So let's see what he's saying. He's like, that sounds like an awesome blend of high flying adventure, rebellion, and mystery. Here's a refined take on your concept. Okay. In a world of floating cities, the Stormborn Rebellion fights against an oppressive Sky Empire. But during a crucial battle, a mysterious blackout event occurs, wiping memories, disabling technology, and plunging the world into chaos. Now, former allies are scattered, unsure who they are or what they were fighting for. Okay. You, one of the few who remembers the truth, must navigate the broken skylands. Okay. Rekindle lost alliances and uncover the source of the blackout before the Empire seizes total control. Along the way, you'll encounter space pirates, lost engineers, a hidden city, a rogue AI that might be restoring lost memories or erasing them forever. The game could feature airship exploration between floating islands, tactical combats, moral choices. Is this align with your vision, or do you want to tweak it further? I'm not sure I like any of this. It's saying that, okay, great. Floating cities, Stormborn Rebellion, but there's a mysterious blackout event, wiping memories, disabling technology, plunging the world into chaos. Okay. You're one of the remember that remembers the truths. There's some sky pirates, lost engineers, a hidden city, but why? A rogue AI, and you could be like exploring airships, tactical combat. Yeah. Oh, making a loud noise. I need to deter. I need to read a little bit more about AI to see if I like any of this. Honestly, I'm in a position that I'm like, do I like any of this? I could just choose like a quick answer and just be like, write a game about this and blah blah blah, and then just go into it. But I think I kind of want to read some of these, and I kind of want to take a look at what's available. So let me take a look, and then after that, I'll decide if I just want to like skip over everything and just start again. So hold on one minute.